I'm 31. Watch this if you're in your 20s because I wish someone had told me the things that I'm about to share with you. After my formal education, I went on to get my MBA. I traveled the world, I've lived in multiple countries, and I've been working as an international dating coach for the last 4 years, and I still continue to do that. I also make videos about self-development and things that I find really interesting. And I'm going to share with you a few things that I've learned over the last decade. Number one, if you want to be an entrepreneur, formal education means nothing. The best education that you'll get is in the real world, learning as you go. If you want to be an entrepreneur, make a product, make a service, and sell it to someone. Number two, social currency is probably one of the most important currencies. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Make a decent social media profile and actually stay in contact with people. It's one of the biggest regrets that I have after meeting hundreds and hundreds of people is not actually making those contacts and staying in touch with them. Number three, after the age of 25, you notice those who looked after their health and those who didn't. The reason being is because those people who looked after their health at 30 look like 30, and those people who don't look like a piece of bread dough and 10 years older. Number four, drinking and partying isn't as important as we make it out to be. Make real connections outside of bars and clubs. When I was living in London, I was friends with loads of club promoters and I lived in that environment for a short period of time. And what I realized is that it's not as glamorous as it's made out to be. A lot of people that you meet are just acquaintances. You don't make real connections. And at the end of the day, you've just spent a lot of money. You've got loads of hangovers and you've wasted a load of time. Number five, learn how to talk to women and get comfortable doing it. This will allow you to choose a better option for your long-term partner, and also when you're in a relationship, you won't feel trapped because that's the only option that you have. Naval Ravikant said the three biggest decisions in life that we have to make are where we live, what we do, and who we choose to be with. Choose wisely. Number six, grit and consistency determine success, not intelligence. Whoever can choose something, stick with it, and overcome the difficulties will succeed. Number seven, invest in what you know, don't gamble. And I learned this the hard way. A few years ago, a client that we were working with told us to put everything into this crypto because he'd made millions and he was 100% certain that it was gonna go up. We did that. 3 months later, it went through the floor and we lost everything. If we had invested that money into developing our knowledge in the industry that we were in, we would have made that investment back tenfold. Invest in what you know, don't gamble. Number eight, take as many risks as you can when you're young. Move countries, change jobs, try that business, talk to that girl. You've got nothing to lose. Number nine, don't get into a serious relationship before you're 30. You've got time. Number 10, be aware of shiny object syndrome. What I mean by this is the grass is not always greener on the other side. That new business adventure that is 100% certain to take off, if it sounds too good to be true, probably is. That really, really attractive girl, probably full of red flags. Choose something, be consistent, have grit, and you will succeed in that field. Number 11, you don't have time. In school, everyone says, you've got time. At university, everyone says you've got time. In your 20s, everyone says you've got time. And then when you turn 30, you don't know where the last decade went. Stop waiting to live. Number 12, most people who you think have it all together have no idea of what's going on and they're just trying to piece it together like you. Number 13, lucky 13, a positive mindset where you don't take life too seriously and you see the funny side of things. This is one of your biggest assets to living an amazing life, but also it's one of the most socially attractive traits that you can have. Number 14, stop eating processed foods and refined sugars. Number 15, lift weights. Number 16, don't listen to people unless they are where you want to be, no matter who they are. Number 17, when you get into a relationship, this isn't the end. What I mean by this is the start. This is when most people put their foot up, they take their foot off the gas. Don't do that. That leads to a crappy relationship. That's when the work begins. You have to become better. You have to put more work into the relationship if you want a good relationship down the line. Number 18, in business, learn leverage from Naval Ravikant. Learn to leverage what you're good at while outsourcing what you can so that you don't get stuck working in the business and you can actually work on the business to help it grow. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I wish someone had told me these 10 years ago because it would have saved a lot of time, energy, stress, and money. If you've enjoyed the video, subscribe, like, and I will see you in the next one. Also, if you want to hop on a free call to talk about anything that I spoke about today, book a link below. I'll chat to you there. And if not, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, cheers.